Hey, what's up guys? This is Luke and you're watching Watch Stuff with Luke, my little YouTube channel here. And we are starting season 3 of Breaking Bad. This series I've been watching at a breakneck speed. I've been speeding through seasons 1 and 2. It's like an episode every 2 or 3 days. That's sort of the clip I'm running at. So this show is flying by. And I can't imagine the people who were watching it back when it originally aired, because they had to wait a week and a week and a week, and then they had to wait a long break when the season was over before they could come back and watch it. It must have been torturous. But the other thing that people got to do was I felt like they got to have the characters really marinate inside them. And it was really interesting reading some of the comments I got recently, especially about Jane and Jane's death. I think people were thinking I was really callous towards Jane, and I think I was, 100%. But I think it's because I never got to really know Jane. I just see these episodes, she appears sporadically, and for me, I only really knew her for like a week and a half in real time. Whereas people who've watched the show and followed the show since its inception, they really got to know her, they got to see her grow and then change and then maybe hope that she would change back into a great person like she was before she got back on drugs, but she suddenly died. So I think, you know, for me, I just didn't know her that well. And when she died, I mostly thought of Jane as a character that was driving a wedge between Jesse and Walt. And I did not like that. I think that was like something I really didn't like. But I really didn't get to know Jane, and so she wasn't a favorite of mine. And I was hearing from comments that people got really emotional when Jane died, and I can see why that happened upon reflection, but that didn't happen with me. You got my true, unadulterated reaction. And when she died, I was like, oh, I'm just glad she's sort of out of the picture now, because I really want to see Walt and Jesse thrive, and I just thought she drove a huge wedge between them. So, those are just my thoughts, and those are just my honest reactions. And so some people liked that reaction, some people didn't like that reaction. All I can say is it's just the true reaction. So I love watching reaction channels because I like to see what do other people think, or how do they react to certain things. And oftentimes it's different than I react, and so that's what I find really interesting. So I really appreciate all the comments, every single one, good or bad. Totally fine. I love hearing from you guys. It is a treat whenever someone comments or says something, because I love to try to respond, especially if it's deeper about the show or deeper about how people feel about things. I think that is awesome. So I can't wait to get to season 3. We're here right now. Let's get these headphones on. Let's watch. Whoa! The guy just drove right past that guy. Do these guys not see him? Or are they just willfully ignoring him? What is happening here? I have seriously no idea what's happening. Nice shoes. What? Is that a memorial? Are they paying like respect or homage to something? It's gotta be. Who died? It's blurry. Oh wait. Heisenberg.
This mid-air collision has left many wondering how such an accident could take place in a system with so many safeguards.
Well, it's because of Jane's dad, and as one of my commenters said, and I didn't realize this, but I really appreciate it, because of her death and Walt's inaction when she died, he went super depressed, super sad, and it caused this crash.
return to work. And are
Does
wondering how
Walt
much
remember
might
his time in the
materialize
bar
if
with
those
him?
who let this grieving
He's got
lie.
to. Oh my gosh, he's not gonna just burn it all, is he? Oh man. Yeah, put it out, put it out! Oh, it's gotta dry all that money off somehow.
2 children, you said?
Yes, Holly here, and then I have a son in high school, Walter Jr.
Flynn.
What about other debts or assets? Do you feel you have a good understanding of you and your husband's financial situation?
No, you do not.
You'd be amazed what I've seen partners hide from one another.
She would be amazed at what Walt has to hide. So it all comes back down to communication. I mean, Walt, he did it for Skylar and Walter Jr., but he will not tell them because he's so ashamed or he's so prideful. Whatever it is, he's not telling them, and it's driving this huge wedge in their family. But at the same time, you know, he knows Skylar better than I do. And Skylar didn't even like it when Marie was stealing and shoplifting. And what Walt is doing is like maybe a million times worse. So it's really tough. But I honestly think Walt should have let her in on it. Especially towards the end. Because Skylar was understanding things were not good and things were not right. And now she wants to divorce. Oh, across from that plane crash. Oh, and look at that house. Something must have fallen through it. There's like this blue tarp. Good detail. The one person Walt can't tell is Hank. I mean, my gosh. Oh, the eye.
Hey, Walt? I don't know. I'm not asking, by the way, okay? It's none of my business, all right? I do not want to get in the middle of you two. I'm just saying, listen, okay? You beat a little tactical retreat, yeah? You regroup, and then, you know, absence makes
Love Hank.
I got it. No, it's okay. I got it. Jesus. What do you got in there? Cinder blocks?
It's money.
$500,000 in cash.
That's the spirit.
He won't even believe him.
I got it.
Who among you is here hoping they can actively improve who they are? All right. See, that's your first mistake. You should be here to learn self-acceptance.
I could, cut up some bananas.
What does he think? I mean, it's like mom kicked dad out.
Walt, Skylar, Flynn, and Holly.
I'm here at the Beachcomber, and you know what? It's actually very nice, very pleasant.
Yeah, no. I'm ready now.
Flynn, I'm taking you to school.
Looks like he's siding with dad.
All right, I'm here. See you soon.
The sides have been drawn. The other phone. Ooh. What is he gonna say? Oh, is he just gonna like not go?
In college, they have this thing where if your roommate kills himself, like if you come home and find him hanging in the closet or whatever, it's
What's
basically an
Walt
automatic
thinking?
A.
Is he trying to get an automatic
And
A?
I just think that kind of compassion is something to...
Fake speech.
I just keep asking myself, can Could you please stand up?
Man, make it more hard for her.
I just keep asking myself, why did this happen?
Okay, can we just keep it secular, honey?
Anyhow,
I thought she
haven't
said
really been
you could
sleeping
say
much.
anything.
Does anyone else have that?
There was still a pair of legs buckled into them.
Graphic.
Human legs.
That's graphic.
Mr. White, would you like to
What?
say something?
He's the worst person to ask
And
right
by
now.
the way, welcome back.
This principal is like, I don't know, she doesn't get it.
It's so good to have you back.
She's like making him do it.
First of all, nobody on the ground was killed. And that, I mean, an incident like this over a populated urban center, that right there, that's just gotta be some minor miracle. So, plus, neither plane was full.
Very logical.
You know, the 737 was what? Maybe 2/3 full, I believe, right? Yes? Or maybe even 3/4 full? Well, at any rate, what you're left with, casualty-wise, is just the 50th worst air disaster. Actually, tied for
Heartless.
50th. There are,
Heartless.
in truth,
He's basically
53
saying, get over it.
crashes throughout history that
This
are
isn't
just
that
as bad or worse. Tenerife? Has anybody heard of Tenerife? No?
No, I don't know.
In 1977, 2 fully loaded 747s crashed into each other on Tenerife. Does anybody know how big a 747 is? I mean, it's way bigger than a 737.
pretty big.
And we're talking about 2 of them, nearly 6.
Good speech, Walt. Good speech. Very appropriate. So who are these guys? It's a mystery still. Yeah, it looks like you don't want to mess with these two. They kind of remind me of those 2 guys from The Matrix Revolutions. Or not Revolutions, sorry, The Matrix Reloaded for some reason. They remind me of those 2 guys that could like phase through matter and stuff. Obviously they look totally different, but I just get those vibes. They give the car to them?
Why don't you just come inside? It's your house.
So hard to understand. Well, he's totally in the dark. Totally in the dark.
Hey, Flynn! How's Trix?
What?
Trix, it's an expression. How are you?
Tricks?
Why you gotta treat him like this?
Oh.
Why you gotta be like this? Why can't you just talk even?
Hey, cool down.
I don't think she thought he would act like this towards her.
Out of the mouths of babes, huh?
Tell me what it is that Walt
Well,
did.
you know what? I don't remember asking you. All right.
Jeez.
So if you
I
want to
think
be
so.
supportive,
Guys,
you
this is
can be
not a good
supportive
idea.
without prying. That would be really.
Pry, okay,
Great.
well,
Yeah.
prying's a strong word,
So-
but I don't...
What makes you the experts?
I don't think I ever said I was that.
Yeah, but you're the one sitting here, right? Telling us thus and so. Be happy, forgive yourself, blah, blah, blah. Have you ever really hurt anybody? I don't just mean disappointed your mother or whatever, but did you ever really hurt someone?
I killed my daughter.
Wow. The answer, yes.
It was
He did.
July 18th, which is my birthday.
How do you not hate yourself?
I did hate myself for a long time. But it didn't stop me from drinking and getting high. It just made it that much worse. Self-hatred, guilt, it accomplishes nothing. It just stands
This
in the
guy's
way.
good. I was skeptical.
Stands in the way of what?
True change.
That guy was good. I was really surprised.
Yeah, come in, please.
I did not expect to see Skylar at the door. Divorce papers?
Entire side to this thing. There's your side and there's my side, and you haven't heard my side yet. You haven't heard any of it at all.
You're a drug dealer.
No, what? How?
Yes, you are.
What?
Did she figure it out?
How else could you possibly make that kind of money?
Did she figure it out? Wow, that's huge.
Marijuana. That Pinkman kid.
She got it right. Let her know.
Methamphetamine.
Oh, he told her.
I'm a manufacturer. I'm not a dealer.
Oh.
That didn't go well. Man, the Skylar knows now. That's game-changing.
Your windshield's broken. It's all about accepting who you really are. I accept who I am.
You?
And who are you?
I'm the bad guy.
Oh man, Jesse lost his innocence. This is huge for his character.
3 million?
May I take this as a yes?
The answer is still no.
That got him to shut up quick. What does it mean?
The hell's going on in there?
It's like Hollywood stuff right here. All right, well, season 3, off to a bang, I guess you could say, huh? Well, we're being introduced to some new characters. Those two gentlemen who are very stoic, very mysterious. I can only speculate that they're part of some sort of cartel. And it looks like they're after Walt for whatever reason. I don't know what that reason is. We're gonna figure that out. Maybe does it have anything to do with Tuco? It's like the only kind of connection that I can sort of think of, because Tuco had called in his, I guess, his people and to come in and pick up Walt. Didn't happen. On Walt's home front, Skylar, I cannot believe, just figured everything out herself. See, you do wrong, you tell somebody before they figure it out, and you can kind of redeem yourself a little bit. I think they'll take it better. But when they've had the time to sit and think and figure things out, it just makes it so much worse in their own head and then for you. So I think Walt's, he's just up a creek with this one. I don't see how he's gonna like fix things with Skylar at this point. But who knows? Who knows? But it looks like Walt's getting out of the drug business, which is sort of the worst time, especially since obviously he's feeling bad, but like he's already lost everything and now he's going to lose the drug business too. But he says he had a lot of money, so I'm not sure. Although he burned a lot of it in the barbecue. And Jesse, he recovered, and it looks like he's realizing things about himself. And like I said in the reaction, I feel like Jesse has lost his innocence. And is he gonna fully embrace this bad guy role? Because that was something that made him very charming to me, his innocence. And what is it gonna be like after this episode? The person who was there impressive with his his story and his loss. So that definitely affected Jesse, and we'll see what happens with Jesse's character from this point forward, because I think he'll be very different, and I'm very excited to see what that's going to be like. So that's it for the season opener of season 3. We're going to keep going. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for watching with me. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time.